welcome you watching a special edition of This Is Exclusive, coming to you live from Mumbai. A day before the verdict is to be out in Maharashtra. All eyes on whether at all Mahayuti will come back to power or Mahavikas Aghadi has a chance this time. All this and much more in this edition of This Is Exclusive, as we have big newsmakers joining us tonight, big political scoops that are all lined up for you in the next 1 hour as we get you the biggest coverage coming in from Maharashtra as well as Jharkhand. But before that, let's take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Ahead of result day, resort politics in Maharashtra, Mahavikas Aghadi gets in touch with the candidates, makes arrangements for them to stay put in a hotel. Sources say Congress party leaders upset with Uddhav Sena's state leaders mulling to reach out to top leadership. As pollsters give an edge to Mahayuti, Congress back with EVM, blaming as they concede defeat already and say that BJP is winning both the states.
जो सरकार है उनको राशन कार्ड उनके बना दिया, आधार कार्ड बना दिया, वोटर लिस्ट में नाम जोड़ दिया, जमीन जायदाद उनके नाम से है। जरूरत पड़ेगी तो कानून बना करके फिर उन सारी जमीनों को वापस किया।
Speaking exclusively to Republic, BJP's Babulal Marandi gives out information on explosive plan to bring in law to crack down on land jihad. Stand by for November 23rd with Arnab most accurate poll analysis with India's #1 team that knows Maharashtra and Jharkhand inside out. Well, it's the final bout for the 2024, the last elections this year. Remember, the momentum was already set after the win in Haryana, the unexpected win for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Will it be able to keep the same momentum here? But remember, this isn't as easy as it seems. With 6 political parties in the fray, the split within the Shiva Sena and the NCP, has it really confused the voters of Maharashtra? Will BJP emerge as the single largest party? Some of the key concerns that the Mahayuti has at this point in time, keeping in mind that whether at all Ajit Pawar will be able to perform and bring the alliance numbers up. All this and much more. But first, take a look at this report coming in.
A turbulent term. Parties broken. Families split. It's been a chaotic last 5 years in Maharashtra. From the rift in Mahayuti over Dawood-linked politician Nawab Malik, to the cash for votes versus Bitcoin bombshell in the final leg.
In case weak people are involved, let me call you and explain you.
An all-out war over the chief minister faced in both the electoral camps.
हमारा कयास ये है कि अगर हमारी पार्टी बड़ी है तो निश्चित रूप से कांग्रेस पार्टी का मुख्यमंत्री यहाँ बनना चाहिए और लोग इंतजार कर रहे कि कांग्रेस का मुख्यमंत्री आए और कांग्रेस का मुख्यमंत्री बने।
To fear over horse trading or MLAs switching sides.
महाराष्ट्र बहुत बड़ा राज्य है, दूर दरार से लोग चुनकर आएंगे। मुंबई में आने के बाद उनके लिए रहने के लिए जगह नहीं है, कहाँ रहेंगे वो, भागम भाग होगी, उनके ऊपर प्रेशर रहेगा इन लोगों का, खोखे वालों का। तो सबकी रहने की व्यवस्था एक होटल में एक जगह पर करने की योजना हम बना रहे हैं।
Republic has been on the ground with its extensive coverage from Maharashtra.
क्या लग रहा है आपको, कितना सीट आएगा एमपी में?
हमारा तो मेजोरिटी बड़ी अच्छी मेजोरिटी बन जाएगी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
तो हाई कमांड के टच में है क्या आप? आज आप लोग
हमेशा हमारे टच में रहती है, हाई कमांड अलर्ट है।
तो वो क्या बोल रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म करने का?
गवर्नमेंट तो फॉर्म होगा ही, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
Exit polls are out and they project a win for Mahayuti. The Mahayuti is ahead according to the pollsters. But can the allies be trusted? Will Ajit stay loyal?
Well, in fact, we have the biggest team of reporters on the ground getting you the latest updates from each of the camp. Ladies and gentlemen, over the next few minutes, we'll take you through what's really happening currently in Maharashtra. As I am reporting from outside Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis's residence here in Mumbai. Earlier in the day, a meeting of the BJP leaders took place here in Mumbai. We're given to understand that depending on the numbers that come into the BJP kitty, a decision would likely be taken as to whether at all they are going to throw their hat in the ring as far as the Chief Minister's position is concerned. The Shiva Sena, on the other hand, has made it very clear that they're not going to really bargain as far as the Chief Minister's face is concerned. My colleague Alisha has been reporting from outside the Chief Minister's residence. We'll go across to her in a short while from now. Two big newsmakers joining us tonight on This Is Exclusive. Rahul Narvekar, Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly, would be joining us in a short while from now. And thereafter, we also have Shaina NC, the candidate from Eknath Shinde's camp, joining us at 7:30 this evening. But first, let's start with the breaking news now coming in as far as the Shiva Sena Eknath Shinde faction is concerned. Will at all Eknath Shinde really push for the Chief Minister's position if BJP basically emerges as the single largest party? Now that's the key concern right now. Let's put out the first breaking news now coming in from the Shiva Sena camp as far as the Chief Minister's position is concerned, and also bring in my colleague Alisha, who's getting us the details that as far as Eknath Shinde is concerned, they believe that if the numbers are in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, they perhaps will not really push for the Chief Minister's position. That's the sense that we're getting in from the Shiva Sena camp right now. As far as the BJP is concerned, there is another big news break coming in a short while from now. Senior leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party opening up the doors even for Uddhav Thackeray. Now that's what Chandrakant Patil had to say. We'll bring that interview in a short while from now. If the breaking news is ready, let's put out the breaking news coming in first with regards to the Shiva Sena camp. Whether at all they are going to go in for the Chief Minister's position or not. That's the breaking news now coming in. Let me see if we can go across to Alisha, who's joining us on this broadcast, getting us more details of this. Alisha, if you can hear me. Alisha, what's the latest that you're picking up from the Shiva Sena camp? Are they willing to perhaps give it to the BJP if the numbers are in favor of the Mahayuti?
Well, yes, Shavan, that is what has been informed by top sources in Shiv Sena, whether Shiv Sena is ready to give the Chief Minister BJP to the BJP, the Chief Minister face in Maharashtra. Because here the Shiv Sena is saying that the BJP has supported Shiv Sena Chief Minister face with only 37 MLAs. So at this point of time, where we know that the BJP has been contested already in the 152 seats, so BJP has the number and they can decide over the Chief Minister face. And here is the Shiv Sena who is not going to really bargain over the Chief Minister face, because BJP is the Mahayuti will also going to have a meeting over the Chief Minister face, because we know it's only 48 hours for Mahayuti, whether it is for Mahayuti or Mahavikas Aghadi to form a government, because after that it will be a precedent to rule.
Alisha, I'll just request you to stay on with me.
Alisha, Mahayuti and Mahavikas Aghadi to decide.
Alisha, I'll just request you to stay on with me. Alisha, I'll request you to stay on with me as Maharashtra Assembly Speaker Rahul Narvekar joins us on this broadcast. Mr. Narvekar, thank you very much for joining us. I'll straight away begin by asking you about the big breaking news now coming in. The sense that we get from your partner, the Shiva Sena, is that if the BJP appears as the single largest party, perhaps they're not going to push for the Chief Minister's position. Are we really looking at a possibility that if BJP is the single largest party, Mahayuti makes it, then are we really looking at Devendra Fadnavis as the next Chief Minister of Maharashtra?
See, we need to appreciate that we are fighting this election in an alliance where we've got Shiv Sena, Rashtrawadi Congress Party as well as RPI in our alliance. and whatever decision that will be taken by the leaders of the Mahayuti, and this will be a decision taken in consensus, and therefore everyone will be taken into confidence before any decision is taken. Yes, but every alliance partner feels that his leader should be made the chief minister, they should lead the government. That is an obvious expectation of every alliance partner. But at the end of the day, the decision will be taken unanimously and collectively.
Mr. Narvekar, with regards to the fact that you have Ajit Pawar in the alliance, with Ajit Pawar in the alliance, many still believe, with the numbers really coming in, the vote projection really looking at, it doesn't really look good for Ajit Pawar. Perhaps bringing down the numbers for you. In that case, because some within the BJP are already speaking to us saying that perhaps we'll also open up the doors for Uddhav Thackeray. Is the BJP open to talking with Uddhav Thackeray? Because your senior leadership has now come on record to say that they will open up the doors.
See, the fact is that today we are in alliance with Shiv Sena, which is led by Shri Eknath Shinde. We are in alliance with Shri Ajit Pawar. As of now, there is no other new member in this alliance. Post results, what will be the situation is something which we need not preempt. I can assure you that we will cross the majority mark, and therefore I do not see any reason why we need to really depend on any other party or any other force.
Mr. Narvekar, do you believe that Uddhav Thackeray's camp is already crumbling right now? Because what we saw a short while back, the Congress here essentially indicating that they are going to emerge as the single largest party, and it is going to be the chief minister would be from the Congress's camp. That is already an indication of what's really happening within the MVA camp.
Well, I think between the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance, the Congress party will be the single largest party in that alliance, not in the assembly for sure. Bharatiya Janata Party will be the single largest party in the assembly. I have no doubt in my mind with regards to that. And who should be the chief ministerial face for the Aghadi is something which the Aghadi will have to decide. We hardly have any say in that. But I can tell you that these are just going to be academic discussions, because I can assure you that the government will be formed by the Yuti.
Mr. Narvekar, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Because we are also getting in one more breaking news, and perhaps, this is something that you would like to also hear, because your party colleague who spoke to Republic TV a short while back has now made a comment that they are open to talking with even Uddhav Thackeray. Now, he's come on record for the first time. You have Chandrakant Patil now coming on record to basically indicate that they are going to open the doors, if need be, even to Uddhav Thackeray.
रिजॉर्ट पॉलिटिक्स जो है वो भी देखने को मिल सकता है। कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता हों, चाहे उद्धव गुट के नेता हों, चाहे शरद पवार गुट के नेता हो, मुंबई के कई सारे होटल्स और रिजॉर्ट्स की बुकिंग जो है वो लगातार शुरू हो चुकी है।
ये कल्चर भी नहीं है बीजेपी का, और इसकी आवश्यकता भी नहीं है।
एक बात बताएं कि ऐसी भी बातें सामने आ रही है कि जो अपक्ष है या जो निर्दलीय चुनाव लड़े हैं, ऐसे विधायकों की भूमिका काफी अहम होगी। तो क्या इन विधायकों को साथ में जोड़ने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी या महायुति की तरफ से?
जनता पार्टी हमेशा सबको साथ में लेकर चलने वाली राजनीति चलती है। तो ऐसे में जो साथ में आएंगे, दैट विल बी द एडिशनल बोनस। 160 वाली ब्रांडेड महायुति की सरकार तो आना तय हुआ है, लेकिन मुझे आना है साथ में, तो आइए, चलिए ले लो, मुझे कुछ दो, देखते हैं क्या देता है। तो हमारी लीडरशिप ये एरोगेंट नहीं है, उद्धट नहीं है, बॉडी लैंग्वेज से है तुम्हारी अब क्या कीमत है, ऐसी नहीं है, सबको साथ में लेकर चलेंगे।
Mr. Narvikar, you've heard what your party colleague has to say. So there is a sentiment perhaps, or there is a faction within the BJP too, that they are open to bringing together both the factions of the Shiv Sena.
No, what I've heard from this perhaps bite that you have just shown on your channel, Mr. Chandrakant Patil has said that we are inclusive in nature and we do inclusive politics. We take everyone along. I don't think there is anything suggestive in this, or he's not really suggested making up a new alliance. He's saying that everyone is welcome to support us, and we will not deny support from anyone.
So one can safely say that you are willing to bring back your old foes also. One cannot really, in politics, have permanent enemies.
I would not want to endorse this view. All I would say is that the Bharatiya Janata Party today is in a comfortable position, and the current alliance, the way it is capable enough and strong enough to form the government in the state of Maharashtra.
Mr. Narvikar, with regards to what has really worked this time, I was speaking to someone who's just come back from Vidarbha saying that the big dent that you faced in Vidarbha, that seems to have been completely covered this time, especially the fear-mongering over the constitution. All of that pretty much seems to have worked in your favor. What's the number that you're really looking at?
Well, with regards to Vidarbha or the rest of Maharashtra, this fake narrative which was canvassed during the last election in Lok Sabha has been completely neutralized in this election. We have dealt with the fake narrative. We have not allowed this fake narrative to really be canvassed, and people of the state have also realized that these narratives are created which are completely false and baseless, and people have not fallen prey to it. And therefore, I'm sure that this time around, people have voted keeping development in mind. People have voted considering the good infrastructural work that this government has done, the social security measures that this government has taken, and considering all these aspects, people have perhaps cast their vote. And therefore, we are very sure that the Mahayuti will definitely come back to power.
Mr. Narvikar, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. We are hoping that you will be joining us tomorrow as Arnab, through the day, decodes the results in Maharashtra. Thank you very much, Mr. Narvikar. Well, let's also take you now through the breaking news coming in with regards to what's happening within the Mahavikas Agadi. It already seems that there is an infighting taking place between the Shiv Sena and the Congress, with the Congress suggesting that if they become the single largest party, then the chief minister will be from the Congress camp. Something that has not really gone down well with Uddhav Thackeray's party, where they're now already saying that it is uncalled for that such unilateral decisions are being taken by the Congress party, particularly the local leadership, starting with Nana Patole and a few others too. In fact, we have spoken to senior Congress leaders in Maharashtra. Ramesh Chenithala, who's in charge of the Congress party, spoke to us a short while back. Before that, let's take you through the breaking news now coming in. It seems that resort politics has already started. The Congress party has made arrangements of chartered flights, and certain bookings have already been made in the neighboring state of Karnataka. Let's take you through the details that are emerging right now, and my colleagues Soumya and Alisha would be joining us on this broadcast, getting us the latest details as to what's really happening within the Mahavikas Agadi right now and in that very camp. Let me bring in my colleague Soumya, who's getting us the details. Soumya, what's happening in the Congress camp? It appears chartered flights as well as resorts have already been booked.
Yes, well, as per the top sources, the information that we are getting from Ground Zero is that MVA is all set to keep its flock together, be it their own MLAs or the rebels or the independents. As per top sources, we got to know that a particular meeting that took place yesterday in one of the suburban areas hotels that was attended by Balasaheb Thorat, Jayant Patil and Sanjay Raut. In that particular meeting, it was decided not just the party MLAs, but the MVA parties are also going to reach out to the rebels and the independents who are all set to win in their respective constituencies. And then they will be flown to one of the locations where they are safe from being poached by the opposition parties. So this is what we are getting to know about the action as far as action is concerned in the MVA. And now we talk about the location. As per the location, they are deciding that it could be one of the southern states, be it Karnataka or Telangana, where the independent MLAs and rebels and the party MLAs will be asked to stay to save them from being poached. Back to you.
Well, in fact, let me also go across to my colleague Alisha, who's also joining us on this broadcast, getting us the details from the Shiv Sena camp right now as we're getting you details about what's really happening there. In fact, I'm told that the Chief Minister, as well as his son, parliamentarian Dr. Shrikant Shinde, they were not here in Mumbai, expected to come in later in the evening. What's the sense that you're getting in, Alisha, from the Chief Minister's residence right now? There are certain MLAs who came in a short while back. Have there been any meetings that have taken place? Because if at all they're indicating that they are willing to perhaps give that position to the BJP, what really happens to Eknath Shinde?
Well, Shavan, we know that there are back-to-back meetings that has been held by the Chief Minister, whether it is a spokesperson or with the MLA. So it's a virtual meeting that the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde had a meeting with the spokesperson as well as MLA over the strategy that they are going to build for tomorrow. As we know, as of now, the Mahayuti is actually waiting for the results because they are very much confident enough that they are going to get a 160 to 165 seats. They are going to win over 160 to 165 seats, which is the majority mark, crossing 145, which is the majority mark. But we know that as far as Chief Minister face is concerned, Shiv Sena is ready to support BJP. So this will come only after the results, and once the picture is clear, there will be Mahayuti meeting that is going to happen at the Chief Minister residence. It's what we have been told, but the location as of now has not been confirmed. But yes, Shiv Sena is ready to support BJP because what we know from our sources, top sources, Shiv Sena sources, which has mentioned that it was BJP who has supported Shiv Sena and given the Chief Ministerial face to the Shiv Sena, which is Eknath Shinde, even after when the Shiv Sena had only 37 seats. So at this point of time, there will be no bargain from the Shiv Sena, but we have to see whether NCP will support the same, because we know the BJP is the highest party which is contested from 148 seats across Maharashtra, and most of the seats are going to be coming from the BJP, as BJP has also mentioned that they are going to cross more than 100 seats. So that is where the Chief Minister face will be concerned. But what we know that importantly, it is only 48 hours, whether it is for Mahayuti or whether for Mahavikas Aghadi. Whoever wins will need to decide over the Chief Minister face, has to form government within 48 hours, because right after that, it will be a precedent rule that will be imposed if no one forms the government in Maharashtra.
Well, thank you very much, Alisha, as well as Soumya, for getting us the latest details. We'll also go across to Sandeep, my colleague, who will be joining us from Nagpur on the other side, getting you the details as to what's really happening in Nagpur. And then we will get you the special broadcast also coming in from Jharkhand. Whether at all the BJP makes a comeback in Jharkhand or not, the entire infiltration card that was played by the BJP, did it find any resonance among the voters in Jharkhand? All that and much more on the other side.